This Wednesday is International Women's Day, a day recognized worldwide to celebrate women's achievements, raise awareness about discrimination, and take action to drive gender equality. Young Living works hard every day to help build a world where women are championed in their accomplishments and a company where they can know their work will be recognized. And today, we are talking with two hard-working women that make this goal a reality. Hello and welcome to Young Living's podcast, The Wild Drop. My name is Jacob Young, your host. Young Living is a world leader in producing and distributing premium essential oils, and this podcast will provide you with drops of information about Young Living, including stories, history, product information, lots of little fun facts, and even more. Well, good Monday morning to all of you listening today. Hope you're having a fantastic and wonderful day. We have quite the episode lined up for all of you today, and International Women's Day is right around the corner, Wednesday. So I have two lovely people here with me in the podcast, Marin and Brittany, and I'd love it if both of you could kind of share what you do and who you are and how you got to where you are. Marin, would you like to start?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's such an important day to celebrate women and to really focus on the good that they do in the world and also the ways that we can help them do more good. So I'm Marin Bryce. I am the executive director of the D. Gary Young Young Living Foundation, and we do a lot of things with women. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Marin, and thank you, Jacob. My name is Brittany Meyers. I am the executive director of global sales here at Young Living. I am born and raised here in Utah. I am a new mother. My baby is 10 weeks old as of just a couple days ago.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. And really, my role here at Young Living is really to oversee that global sales front because we are an international company and we really want to thrive and strive for bringing us all together. We help so many brand partners, and yet most brand partners do business outside of North America. And so really the global sales team was brought together to bring us together on all fronts. And so that's what we're really gearing up to do. It's a new department, and I'm just really excited to be here with you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, and congratulations once again. Boy or girl?
Girl.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad we're gathered here together to talk about International Women's Day. There's so many amazing things that Young Living does. And so I'd love it if you can kind of share a little bit of a few things that we do specifically inside the foundation.
Absolutely. But first, let me say, Young Living is actually something of a rarity in the corporate world. Globally, only 18% of companies have a female CEO, and we are one of those companies. So it's quite amazing. But with the foundation, Young Living is such a strong supporter of the foundation, and we do a lot of things with women. We're working to nurture their potential, and we do that by championing education, but also by working to help them develop their own businesses so that they can take care of their families. Because we know when women are benefited through work and through money, they turn around and they benefit their families.
Yes.
And so we work to do that. So a couple of ways we work to do that. We have an academy in Ecuador, the Young Living Academy. I hope all of you know about it, and I hope if you haven't visited yet, you will come see it. But we are working there to educate both boys and girls. Globally, it tends to be that there are fewer girls in school than boys. Girls tend to have more things that they have to do at home, and so the parents keep them home. Or if the parents can only afford to send one child to school, they send the boy instead of the girl. And then, of course, in Ecuador as well, what we do is we have a women's group called Bramilia. Bramilia is full of strong, dynamic women. I was able to meet with them earlier, I guess it was last year, and talk to them about what they do and the skills that they are acquiring. And it's a group that gets together and figures out how to make things, beautiful things, crochet things and wood things and fabric and all of these things so that they can sell them and benefit their families. And it's this beautiful thing to watch them be able to take care of their families and to have that pride of work.
It's fantastic. All the different opportunities that we offer to all of the students there at Young Living Academy as well. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. We got to see some of the jewelry during the community center that was open. And it was great jewelry. It was beautiful jewelry.
Absolutely.
I think we got a few wristbands necklace. I can't remember. I think Kate got a pair of earrings. There was a lot that was there, and it was really, really amazing to see. So we got to hear what we do on the foundation side. And let me first clarify for all of you listening, this is what we do as a whole, as a corporation, for women in general, not just because of International Women's Day and not just on that day.
Absolutely, and just a small portion of what we do.
Just a very small portion. But this is all the time and has been happening for a very long time now. Mm-hmm. So I'd love to hear from you, Brittany. What do we do on the corporate and field side specifically?
Jacob, that's such a great question. First and foremost, I chose Young Living as a career because of the women in leadership at this company. The most beautiful thing that I do know is when men and women come together to champion for each other. And I would say this for any industry. You know, there isn't enough women in leadership roles, but what I have found at Young Living, we have that here. And it makes me think of actually when I interviewed for my position here. I had the most beautiful, gracious, magnetic woman who really championed, and you could tell she was a trailblazer. She was working with Young Living and women and just showing them that there was opportunity for growth. And I just remember being on that interview and saying, please, please pick me because I want to be led by a woman. I've had so many incredible male figures and male bosses in this industry and any corporate role. But it was this woman that was doing it before me and gave me the opportunity to see what I could do. And so really, to answer your question, Jacob, I really, Young Living is beautiful because we do, like Marin was saying, have our CEO is a woman. Your mom every day shows up. Her car is always out there.
Oh, yeah.
She is always working, and yet she is her focus is you boys. Her love for you boys is so dear and it's so known. And so what I would just say is Young Living gives women an opportunity to grow, to thrive, and to see that there's opportunity for them at the top and having a seat at the table.
Fantastic. Very well said. I think something that a lot of people may not realize or may not know is that when Young Living first started, it was not a network marketing company. That actually came later down the road when my father met my mother. Mm-hmm. And at the time, my mom was not making a whole lot of money. She was actually with a different company at the time. But even before that, what she'd do was she'd make shirts, and that's the way that she would afford to pay for school and tuition and her car and everything else that you need to pay for in life because life's expensive. But she also would do a lot of apple pressing with her grandma. Well, my grandma, her mom. And so when my mom and dad met, she realized that there's kind of a way that we could kill two birds with one stone here. One, we can share the amazing word and products of Young Living through network marketing. And that's how we would kind of advertise Young Living and be able to share all that we have to offer in these amazing products and these amazing bottles. But she also saw it as a way for financial freedom, specifically for women in her position where, she grew up very poor. She had to watch everything that was spent, and every dime and every nickel had to be saved. And till this day, my mom is still extremely frugal because of her upbringing. And it's amazing to see. I wish I could be as frugal as my mom. I think a lot of us wish we could be as frugal as my mom. And a perfect example of how frugal my mom is we were actually heading down to Ecuador, and she told me to take these 8 fly swatters with her that she already had gone to the DI and bought. And I said, Mom, fly swatters are like $1, maybe a little more, but we can get fly swatters when we're down in Ecuador. But I already bought some. We don't need to buy more down there. Just take these with you. So I had 8 fly swatters in my suitcase on the way down to Ecuador. It was great, but she's always thinking like that. And one of my favorite sayings from my mom is, buy what you need and not what you want. But it's amazing to see how much she empowers everybody around her, women and men included.
And your mother is a voice for the brand partners out in the field.
Yeah.
I really see her relationship with the field and with the brand partners is so genuine. And at live events, they are chasing her down. They are standing in line. Marin and I have had to manage the lines and taking pictures. And she's a voice for them. And yet 90%, if not more, of our field is women, right? And so that's why I think it's so important on the corporate side, not only that there is women voices, but also your mom is showing that and showing up for them. And so I just think, brand partners, they truly adore her because she is a woman in this industry, and she really is a trailblazer again, just like the previous woman I spoke of, because she did it first, with their heart and mind.
And that's why we on the foundation side, part of the reason we focus on women is because we have such a large number of brand partners who are women, and of course the female CEO, that we want to give where you can't sell Young Living products. In some places in the world, Young Living products just aren't going to sell. But give the women opportunities to thrive like our brand partners have the opportunity to thrive is so important for us.
And it's fantastic, once again, that we have all of these opportunities and we're able to offer that as well. So we kind of talked about what we do as a whole, all the time, no matter what time it is, just as a corporation, as Young Living itself. But what do we do specifically on International Women's Day? I know, Brittany, you've got something that's going to be happening actually the Wednesday, this Wednesday, so like 2 days after this podcast. What all do you have going on that day?
Yes, Wednesday, March 8th at 10 a.m., we're having a Facebook Live.
Mountain Standard Time,
thank you. To kick off International Women's Day, our host will be Rita Morrow, along with 2 Young Living employees, myself included, along with 2 brand partners. These brand partners are out in the field. They are platinum and diamond rank. They are very, very incredible women, and we can't wait to hear from them. And, most importantly, we're working together to help educate, empower, and celebrate all women in all aspects of Young Living and outside of Young Living.
Fantastic. I love to hear that. And separately from that panel / Facebook Live that you'll be doing, we also have my mom that will be releasing a YouTube video on Young Living's YouTube page. And you'll get to hear some even more fun stories of probably her upbringing and her life and her rise to fame, I guess you can say. And she has a lot of amazing stories to hear. She has lived an amazing life, a crazy life as well. But what specifically might people expect to hear from you on your panel?
Yes, so excited for this, first and foremost. But really, it's going to be how I, as a woman, have climbed the corporate ladder. And I also have actually been a brand partner in the field. I really, truly believe in this industry. And I know my perspective of being in the field has really helped me to grow and evolve into the career and the woman that I am today. But it's really, overcoming not being taken serious as a woman. It's, having to prove my worth as a woman. And a lot of that has been because I've been with companies that have not seen the importance of women in leadership. And so the most important thing I know in that aspect is go find a company, go partner with a company that knows your worth, that really, thrives in helping you to succeed, and that also allows you to have a team to help to be successful. So that will be a little bit about it, but more importantly, just, coming together as a woman in leadership and really focusing on why it's so important to help others to be successful first.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And that's going to be such a great overall topic to cover as well. It's going to be great. I want to quickly turn back to you,
yes.
Dr. Marin Bryce. You shared that you are indeed a doctor and have a PhD in
political science.
Political science. And part of that included women's studies, right?
It did, and then I went and taught it for several semesters.
Well, fun. Are there a few factoids you might want to share with all of us when it comes to that?
Oh goodness, I'm gonna try not to go on too long because this is a subject that speaks so deeply to me.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I think is so important is education, and we mentioned that before. But there are 775 million, roughly, people in the world who are illiterate. And of those, 2/3 of them are women. So 2/3 of the people who are illiterate are women because they've never had that kind of opportunity to really learn and to do the things that we would consider just basic.
Yeah.
Just in order to succeed, you basically have to read. So there are things like that where, but also women do so much unpaid care work where they are the ones holding up the household, regardless of whether they're working. They're the ones holding up the household, and it's just so phenomenal the things that women are able to accomplish really when they are given the power to do that. And I spoke earlier of Bromelia. One of the things I met with Bromelia last year in Ecuador, and I asked them, does your husband support what you're doing? And as I talked to them, it was clear that some of them were very supported by their husbands, and some of them were a little more hesitant to answer the question, which I took as, no, they're not being very supported. But they were all there, and they were all working, and they were all trying to help their families be better.
Yeah.
And I love that about women, that the strength that women exhibit in the face of just horrible odds sometimes.
Yes.
I love the strength and resilience of women.
Yes, lots of resilience, and they don't stop. There's something extremely dear about a parent's love, and there's something amazing about a father's love, but there's nothing like a mother's love and sacrifice. There truly isn't. And when I see all that my parents had sacrificed to provide for Joseph and I, especially in the earlier times for Young Living, it's amazing to see how selfless they were in making sure that the focus was the company, because in order for us to be taken care of, the company needed to succeed and needed to grow. And the way that they did that by creating such an amazing, powerful community, a woman-driven community, is just exciting and excellent to see. So I really love the personal story that you shared, and love that factoid immediately just came off the top of your head. Are there any other fun facts or stats that speak to you as well that you'd like to share maybe?
Sure. I mean, sometimes they're not that fun, so I apologize for that. But,
Facts.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Pay is a big issue between men and women, and we know that there is a gender wage gap. And in fact, some scholars say that it's going to take 250 years at the rate we're going now for women to catch up to men as far as pay is concerned.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a big thing. So one of the things that the foundation focuses on is when we support the women-owned businesses and the developing enterprise, we make sure that they have fair pay, that they are being paid in the way that they are supposed to be being paid. And that becomes so important in their lives to help them, again, feel empowered. So
Empowered and encouraging. I love it. That is fantastic to hear. I had 250 years. That's a long, long time. Hopefully we can do that in a lot shorter of a time.
hopefully, well, with companies like Young Living, we're getting there.
Yes. Well, we chatted quite a bit about the foundation. Need to come back over to you, Brittany. Is there anything else that you would like to share, or something personal, empowering-wise, or something personal that you would like to share as far as Women's Day is concerned, or just in general?
Yes, and I'll end with that because it may make me emotional, Jacob. So, but yes. So what I would say is this, is March 8th, we're really kicking off International Women's Day, and our focus is really on it this month, right? But it needs to be something that's felt all year long.
Yes.
And it needs to be something that continues to grow and continues to evolve. And, there's so much goodness of men and women coming together and championing together, and we can all be more successful when we do. And so I just really feel like as women, we need to be taken serious. We need to be seen. We need to be heard, and we really need to partner together, to really build each other up. And so what I would say is really, this is your opportunity to invite others to join this Facebook Live and really be able to see what we have to offer, meaning that there's other women that truly believe in you, that want you to succeed. And we're starting with that. Your mother's doing a beautiful video that she's putting out on YouTube, all centered around this. And so what I would just say, and I would encourage, is that you all show up excited to hear and excited to share. The part that I would share with you, Jacob, and the part that brings me emotions is just giving birth to my daughter, She came into this world fighting. She came into this world being told that she wouldn't. And what I love is every day seeing her fight, and every day showing up, and every day getting bigger and stronger. And what I've learned in this is she looks just like my husband. So I would say, Jacob, your daughter is probably gonna look just like you, yet they get the mother's personality.
Yes.
Your daughter's gonna be just like Kate if you end up having a daughter. And this daughter of mine, her name is Paisley Jean, and she is just a fighter, and she is spicy, and she's all sorts of things, and yet you know what, she's making it. And so just kind of give a little shout out there, because she is still in the NICU. She'll be in there for at least another month, but it's in our favor because of the power of prayer and belief and powering together as women and men, and just knowing without a shadow of a doubt that this little human being has an opportunity to really thrive and succeed as well. And so what I love as a woman is paving that path for her and showing that it's possible. So
I love that. And her name is adorable.
Thank
Paisley
you.
Jean.
And I did it without crying because I'm so excited about her and what she has to share. And you can see her right there. I'm showing them.
So adorable.
She's in her little bed right now, sleeping
Thank
away.
you.
So so that's what we have going on here at Young Living. And I would just, again, invite everybody to join, be part of, but also remember, it's not just one day. It's not just 1 month.
Yeah.
It's every single day.
It is.
That we do come together on this.
For sure. And I would just kind of like to quickly add that as a guy myself, and for guys listening, you're probably like, well, how can I participate? How can I be part of it? Simply by showing support, not only just for your fellow woman, but for everyone in general. I think when we can all be supportive for one another, we make the world a better place as well. Well, thank you to both so much for your time, your info, your knowledge, and your passion and everything that you do for all of us. We greatly appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning into this episode of The Wild Drop. Remember, you can listen on iTunes, Spotify, on YouTube, and of course our website at www.youngliving.com. Don't forget to oil up Young Living family. This is Jacob Young, dropping out. Take care.